morning and happy Monday. Oh, let me check that sound. There we go. Happy Monday. How are you? Have you had a wonderful weekend? I do hope so. So, for our session today, we're going to have a little chat about sleep because a lot of you have asked about getting some tips and some ideas to help induce a better night's sleep. So, that's what we're going to talk about today. So, first of all, did you watch last week? So last week we were talking about winter well-being, weren't we? And we did that little quiz. So did you manage to get your winter well-being score? So if you did, hopefully, or if you haven't, go back and do it. So if you did, and you will have got your winter well-being score. So what it did is it identified areas where you might be wanting to improve things like sleep, water, food, exercise, meditation, and hobbies. So there was 6 categories that we had in total. And it was just an opportunity for you to be able to just see sort of what areas might you want to improve on. Now, some of you have said that sleep is an area you want to improve on. So that's what we're going to talk about today. So, as you arrive, as always, please write in the comments when you're watching this recording live or later on. It's always good to add into the conversation just to see what other people got to say. You can chat with each other as well in the comments. And yeah, if you've got any questions, comments, feedback, I'm always open to that as well, Alrighty, so this week we are on Monday, 22nd of January. So this week we are Monday kicking off with Yogi Core. So that's at 10:30 this morning. We're doing that live in our Wild Women tribe. Now, that is recorded, so anyone that wants to do it on catch up can do later. If you haven't tried Yogi Core yet, it's quite similar to actually when we used to do yoga lattes. But I've brought it together in a new brand. It's more lifting. We've got great music, which is specifically for fitness. So it's a nice blend of the physical aspects of yoga and the more traditional Joseph Pilates exercises. And we fuse them together in a workout. So good morning, welcome. Good morning, those just joining us. How are we? So how did you get on with that winter wellbeing score? Did you find that, actually there's some areas where I could improve? Have you introduced more water into your life? I do hope so. And setting the example, I've got my hot water with, can't see it, can you? There we go. The lemons have sunk to the ground. There they are, just about, without spilling the water on the computer. Good morning if you're just joining us. So yeah, drink more water. And that's going to help you with your sleep. Actually, that brings us on nicely to better tips of sleep too. So we're kicking off the morning with Yogi Core. Tomorrow night is Tuesday. We've got Clubbercise at 7. That one isn't recorded. Clubbercise is the only class that we don't record because of the music we use. And then Tuesday night, we'll be sticking with the theme of sleep. So the yoga at 7:45. It's going to be all stuff to help induce a better night's sleep. And it's perfect to do at that time of night as well because it's nice and chilled. You don't want to be doing high impact exercise too late at night because it's going to keep you awake. Your endorphins are going to be buzzing around, which is wonderful, but not at that time of night. So that's something to consider for your sleep. So yeah, we'll do a nice chilled yoga, just inspired by a bit of yin. We'll have some sound bath on. You can get a pillow, we can relax. And then Wednesday, we're going to do our usual Pilates session at 10. That's recorded as well. And then at 10:30, we have our pop-up class. So pop-up classes, it's something different each week. This week, it's going to be balls and bands. So using fitness and Pilates exercises, we'll be using the different props, things like a small Pilates ball, spiky ball, yoga belts, resistance bands. Not necessarily all of those in one class, but we will choose different items for the classes. And then we'll be doing... what I want to say is that's recorded. I'm just looking now at your comments. That's why I got distracted. Perfect. Relaxing yoga before bed. Yeah, exactly. Definitely. It's nice, isn't it, when you can do that relaxing element of yoga, that's for sure. A lot of our classes for yoga are quite relaxing. So that's why with the Yogi Core, we do it as a workout, a tougher workout, where you can really get a great sense of flexibility, a sense of core strength. It's really, really good. Okay. So, how did you get on with your well-being quiz last week? What areas did you want to improve on? I asked you this, and a lot of you said sleep, so that's why we're going to talk about sleep today. So, first, I actually wrote a load of tips down. I've got a whole list. But I'll just quickly run through them, and I think what I'll do is I will post them in the groups as well, so and on my page, so that you can have a little look back later and just think, yeah, okay, I like this one, I like that one. You probably won't like them all. That's okay. I just want to give you some tips to help with that. I think what is important though, before I give you these tips for sleep, is just for you to recognize, what do you think it is that is impacting your sleep? Why do you think you might not be getting either as much sleep as you like or as good a quality sleep as you like? Now, I know for me personally, I used to get great sleep before I had a little baby. Sleep is something that I'm really quite good at. And I used to have this really beautiful bedtime routine. And so obviously that changes. So for anyone that's got a little one or children, particularly babies, it's a small phase in your life, isn't it? It's like a season of where we don't get much sleep. So I know that's why I'm not getting much sleep at the moment, because I have a little girl. So that means then if you've got a little baby, you might want to go to bed a bit earlier, things like that. Now, it depends what phase in your life you're in, doesn't it? Because that brings me nicely to, what if you're perimenopausal, menopausal, or postmenopausal? So actually, our hormones have a massive impact on our sleep. So we know that when we go through the menopause and then beyond, when we're past that, we have quite a significant drop in our hormone levels, don't we? And that will impact your sleep, we know. So things like that, lifestyle can affect it. What do you think? If you want to write in the comments, great. Let us know, what do you think is impacting your sleep, or just have a little think about it for yourself, because recognizing what it is, and then perhaps you can tackle how to go about changing that. So here we go. Hormones. Yeah, hormones have massive impact. But I actually sleep better in the winter as it's darker. Oh, okay, yeah. So we think about that circadian rhythm. We have like night and day, don't we? That's really interesting. Yeah, the sunlight can obviously wake you up in the summer if it's really bright coming through your curtains. A good tip for that, something that we did actually, was get blackout blinds. So if in the summer you're struggling, it's waking you up with bright sun coming in through your window, try some blackout blinds. That can help, definitely. Might need to set an alarm, you might carry on sleeping. Too much phone usage, yes, definitely. That is definitely one that comes up a lot, isn't it? I do it myself sometimes as well. We all do it, don't we? Because we know that blue light is in our eyes. So they say you need to rest your eyes for at least 20 minutes. If any of you've been, I know some of you have, like to see the northern lights, or if anyone just is just looking up at the stars of an evening, if you've been looking at your phone in the last 20 minutes, you will not see as many stars in the sky as if your eyes have had a break from that light, because your eyes can still see the blue light. So yeah, maybe try that. If you're looking up at the stars and you want to see more stars, don't be looking at your phone. And it does definitely impact your sleep. I hibernate in winter. My hormone metabolism slows down. Yeah. Oh, yeah. It's nice to hibernate, isn't it? That's for sure. Oh. So thinking about water, when we were talking about that last week, it does come in to play nicely for your sleep, because if you're finding that perhaps you have a coffee or a tea or a glass of wine in the evening, anytime you're drinking caffeine or alcohol, that's going to impact your sleep for sure. Your body doesn't like it, definitely throws you out of sync. Age, I found that I sleep less now I'm older, 2 hours slot sleep, and it's off and on again through the night. Oh dear. Yeah, age is a fact. Obviously can't change that, and age is a privilege. But what we can do is some little bits of tips just to help improve your sleep. Blackout curtains definitely help. I agree, definitely, Linda. Yeah, awesome. So definitely. Sorry, I'm quite thirsty this morning. So, right, let's quickly run through these tips, and then I would love it if you want to throw some tips in as well. Sharing the conversation, that would be brilliant. So, tip number one is exercise in the day or early evening. And that's what we tend to do with our classes when they're live. But of course, it's all recorded, so you can do it anytime you like. Avoid doing things like aerobics, fusion, high impact stuff, sort of after 8 o'clock p.m. That's just thinking if you're going to go for sleep from like 10 onwards. You need a good 2 hours at least, maybe 3 hours after doing high impact exercise. Can do yoga and then fall asleep doing yoga, that's fine. If it's a chilled yoga, not a power yoga. So yeah, exercise, just thinking about the time that you do it really. Have a wind down routine. Have any of you, if you think about it, we are creatures of habit and we probably do have a bit of a routine without realizing it. Think about what you do of an evening. Now, I was thinking about this as well myself. If you think about it, if we think about babies and children, we give them a very definite set nighttime routine, don't we? So they might start to wind down, might not play as much, you might put some lullabies on, they'll have a bath, they might read them a story, you might sing them a lullaby, rock them, have a nice warm drink of milk or mummy feeds them, and then they fall asleep, like resting down in the cot, the bed, wherever they are. So we're the same. Like if you think about it, I know like we do that with our children. What about us as adults? We're the same. Okay. We need that same kind of pattern. So what could your pattern be? Obviously, perhaps no one's going to read you a story, but perhaps you could read a book, couldn't you? So think like maybe you could drink a herbal tea, read a book, no phones, like give yourself a break from your phone. You could introduce meditation of an evening as well. So really just think about what is my nighttime routine and do it consistently. That is the key because then your body gets used to it. It becomes part of your rhythm, part of your routine. Trying to go to bed at a similar time each night will help as well, definitely. I love that. Rock to sleep. Yeah. Wouldn't it be nice if someone could rock us to sleep and cradle us like a baby? Yeah. I'm not sure how to help with that. Hi Anna. Oh, hi Anna. You okay, lovely? I find caffeine-free tea and reading better. Oh, beautiful, definitely. Yeah, so that's like a nice routine, isn't it? A nice warm drink. Yeah, so just flipping that of like how can we do that? Like, not the same as a baby, but actually a pattern and a wind down routine. We still need it as adults. We're still human beings. That's what we need. So that's great, Anna. Yeah, really good. Teas, you could have a caffeine free tea like Anna, or introduce some chamomile or passion flower. That is really nice. Now, I don't know, it's quite an acquired taste, chamomile. It might not be for you. Personally, I don't love it, but when it's mixed in with other flavors, there's a herbal tea I like. It's called Sleep, by Twinings, and it's like a purple brand. I don't know if you've seen it. It's got chamomile in, it's got passion flower in, and they're both things that help induce a better night's sleep as well. So yeah, definitely cutting out caffeine and alcohol of an evening will help. So this one's saying, I put an audiobook on timer and listen to it to start. Oh, that's a great idea. It's almost like a form of meditation, that isn't it? So you can get someone to read you a story. There you go. I think you can get celebrities that do it, don't you? Like Tom Hardy and who else does it? The bloke from One Direction, whose name's going out of my head, Harry Styles. Yeah, you can actually listen to an audiobook. That's a great idea. And just picking up on that, yeah, stopping your mind from wandering. That happens so much, doesn't it? Sometimes you might find yourself planning the next day, especially if you're working, what I've got to do next. Or if you have a family, you've got to think about, oh, get this for this person, get that ready for that person. And yeah, your mind can be quite busy of a nighttime, can't you? Or if you've got any stresses or worries going on in your life. It's Tom Hardy. There you go. Yeah, you can get celebrities that'll, if you go on YouTube and audio books. Definitely. Okay. Let's think about your environment then. So, talked about a routine. Let's think about your environment of your bedroom, presuming everyone sleeps in a bedroom. So, what is your bedroom decorated like, first and foremost? Have you got bright, shiny colours, patterned wallpaper, really busy stuff on the walls? If you have, perhaps it's time to consider redecorating and going for something a lot calmer, neutral tones, pale colours, no busy patterns, because you want that environment to be nice and tranquil. Anything that's going to subconsciously make your mind busy, we don't want, okay? Your bedroom is a place for sleep and romance and nothing else. Okay. So yeah, if you've got a big pile of dirty laundry in the corner, that's not relaxing, is it? If you've got bits of piles of bric-a-brac, or I don't know, if you've got lots of stuff that you're hoarding, if you're a hoarder, your room's too busy, your mind's going to be busy. So declutter, redecorate, that might be something to consider. Definitely, but you want your room to be calm. Has anybody got a salt lamp, a rock salt lamp? They can be really nice. So if you think about in a child's bedroom, you might have a little night light. You can have the night light equivalent of a rock salt lamp, and it does help you with your breathing as well, it is believed to be. So yeah. Oh, keep coming in those comments. It's good to see what you've got to say. Yeah, rock salt lamps are quite nice because it just gives you a soft orange lamp. That'd be perfect for if you are reading a book. Meditation. So we've kind of touched on that a little bit. You might have an audiobook, that's a form of meditation. You might listen to one of my meditations that I put in the group. You might listen to something off YouTube, wherever. I can't mobile. That's hilarious. Calm colours in the bedroom. Oh yes, I was going to mention a diffuser, Linda. That's great. The Bluetooth headband. Oh, amazing. Do you know? Relaxing sounds of the wind and the rain. That is great. I've got that on my list. Nature sounds. Perfect, Linda. Really nice. Isn't it? Last night, I don't know if any of you are near me that are watching now, but it was a bit stormy. There was a lot of rain and wind. Now that might affect your sleep if it's too noisy, but actually the sound of the rain and the waves is quite beautiful, isn't it? Again, that's a form of meditation. Diffusers. What do you put in your diffuser, Linda? So a lot of people recommend lavender, don't they? I personally don't like lavender, but it's supposed to be really good for sleep. Maybe a smell that you like that evokes a nice memory that's just like a soft smell, nothing too pungent, of course. Moon gazing. Has anyone tried moon gazing? So if you're fortunate enough that one of your windows in your house, particularly your bedroom, ideally, you can look out and you can see the moon. So this is something that people have done for centuries, is moon gazing. The clue's in the title. There's nothing fancy to it. You just look up and gaze at the moon and just hone in on that moon, and that is your form of meditation. Just looking, focusing, just taking some moments to be calm, to breathe, and just winding down from the day. Yankee Candle diffusers for sleep. Oh, okay, cool. Nice. Awesome. I think the conversation's come up. So I know that I said I had a big list of tips, but having this conversation has actually brought in a lot of these tips, which is wonderful that some of you do. So let's check what we've done. So we've said exercise at the right time of day, have a wind down routine, read a book. We could have a drink of herbal tea, perhaps with chamomile or just a decaf tea, but basically avoiding alcohol and caffeine, maybe past 6, to be honest, of an evening. A cozy bedroom environment, no clutter, so you might redecorate perhaps. What else have we said? No phone, TV, iPads, that kind of thing. Meditation, blackout blinds. Oh, I've got skincare routine here. We've not talked about that. That could be part of your routine, couldn't it? So just taking your makeup off of an evening, cleansing your face, moisturizing. Does anyone use a nice night cream? I like that as part of an evening routine. I don't know about you. Just taking those few moments just to give your skin some hydration, just rub some night cream in. It's a form of self-care, and it can become part of your nighttime ritual. And if you get this nighttime ritual, your mind goes into the, oh yeah, this is what we're going to do. We're getting ready for sleep now. It's the same with a baby. We're adults, we're humans. It's the same thing. We might not put night cream on a baby because they have such beautiful skin, but just flip it. How can we do that as an adult? Skincare routine is a good one. Yeah, definitely. Keep that as part of your pattern. I've got a pillow spray too. Nice. That's a really great tip. Thank you for sharing that. Definitely. Calming music and nature sounds, which is what Linda picked up on. And the diffuser again that Linda mentioned, and then the moon gazing. So yeah. So there's loads of different things that you can do there. I don't expect you to do them all. You might be doing them all night, might you? But I'm hoping that's helped you just have a little think about how we can sort of reframe our mind and get a nice routine. Routine is key. Just winding down because it's what we need as humans, really, definitely. So I hope that's just given a little bit of playful edge to it, thinking about a baby's routine and how we can flip that to an adult routine. Essentially, we just need the same thing, something calming to quiet our mind down, and a pattern, something that we do each night so that your brain gets used to it and it knows and it gets into that rhythm, that circadian rhythm in our head, in our bodies as well. So yeah, I hope that's helped you. All right, so I'm going to dash. We're going to get ready for our Yogi Core live this morning. And of course, that is recorded for anyone to do on demand. As always, any questions, comments or feedback, give me a shout. But I hope you have a wonderful week, everybody. Take care.